Good morning. I'm with my dad. We are driving back to Rockfish Gap, where I'll start back on the trail again for today. And this will enter the 5-day stretch going into the Shenandoah National Park, so that'll be awesome. I had a nice, lovely breakfast back at the RV, and if we can find our way back to the trailhead, I think we'll be doing good. It's just a short drive down back towards Waynesboro and back towards Rockfish Gap. Should be there shortly. Here we are back on the trail. Dad's going to walk with me for a little bit, maybe up to the National Park entrance, which I think is a point 4. That's where the self-registration kiosk is at. Right now we're crossing the bridge, Rockfish Gap, over Interstate I-64. Alright, so we're just like a point 4 from the Rockfish Gap area, and this is the little kiosk. So this is going to be way easier than it was to do the Smokies. In the Smokies you had to pre-fill out a bunch of stuff online and get registration stuff done that way, and you need to pay fees and all that. This is just all free, and all you have to do is grab one of these little permits out of the box here, it looks like. And we're just going to fill it out and just keep a copy on you, and that will allow you to camp at the shelters. And that's it. That'll get you through the Shenandoahs. Okay, I think we're good to go. Registration's all filled out and complete. I got the copy of it attached to my bag, and we'll keep that with me the whole time. That'll allow me to get through the national park. So we'll say bye to Dad. Thanks for coming out. It's been cool that we could actually get together.
It's been fun.
And meet up for at least a day or so on the trail. And then maybe I'll see you at Baxter State Park once I get all the way up north. That'd be cool if you can come out again. But all right.
We'll see.
I'll see ya. Have a safe trip back.
Toodaloo.
Okay. So far today, the trail hasn't been bad at all. Even with a little bit of rocks, it's still not too bad. Very little elevation gain up and down, which has been nice. I've still been able to maintain a pretty decent pace this morning. Little view of Waynesboro through the trees. Definitely a lot of deer in here. Definitely not afraid of people. Just curious. Big comms relay tower. Group of amateur radio operators have a little water station thing set up, but it doesn't look like there's anything there. It's kind of nice of them anyway, though. Coming up on Beagle Gap. I believe this is the top of Little Calf Mountain. Oh, here's a sign. Yeah. Little Calf. And the next one is going to be just Calf Mountain. Can't even see what's in this side of the sign, but there we go. This is split off for Calf Mountain Shelter. 0.3 that way. I think I'm going to skip it. Half mile ahead is another spring apparently, which looks like it's the last water source for 12 miles. until we get to the shelter destination for tonight. So another long water carry, 12 miles this time. Luckily it doesn't feel too hot, but I think the temperature is supposed to be in the 80s today. There's the one and only water source for the whole day, 20-mile stretch. This is the Sawmill Run Overlook. Got Turk Gap. Currently almost to the top of a 3-mile long uphill. It's not very steep, it's just kind of a gradual, constant uphill grade. And the rocks haven't been too bad today. But I think this is about the only steep uphill for the day, and then it kind of mellows out again for the rest of the next 8 miles or so till we get to the shelter. Warning, bears are active in this area. We'll see about that. They say there's more bears up here than anywhere else. It's hit that point for the last couple miles where it's just rocky enough to hurt my feet and slowing me down. Well, this morning the trail was so nice. Now it has to go and ruin it for the afternoon. Just beating up my feet. Black Rock Spring 3.4. I think that's where our shelter is. Black Rock Hut. Well, the rocks have let off, but we're going to finish up the day with a 2-mile uphill. It's not too bad, it's just at the end of the day, going uphill. Alright, this should be it. This should be the split off for the Black Rock Hut. Yep, 0.2. Down this way.
Look at this guy.
Dude, he like literally heard us talking about him. And
What's up, guys? Call me.
I bet you people are feeding them, so they're probably.
So those mice or rats?
Those are big mice.
Big ass mouse.
That's,
You want me to grab them?
guy's ridiculous.
Can you send me one?
I'm not quite good with my phone, but I can probably do it.
I don't think anyone's bothered by that right now, especially any of us. COVID thing.
I'm really glad that the early riggers had to wear
Alright, so we got dinner done. I got it hung, as you saw up on the bear poles. I've never used those before. I've seen them at a couple of sites, but that's pretty simple and easy to use. So that worked out pretty well. Got a good group of people here. Seems like as usual when you're coming out of town, there's a lot of hikers kind of bunch up all together at the same sites. We got like 10 plus people here, most in the shelter, and then a couple camping around. And then since we're in the Shenandoah National Park, we've also got a Park Ridge Runner is here as well, going to stay the night with us. Pretty cool dude, 2017 former Thru hiker, so he's got like a dream job coming out here and just, you know, getting to hang around the hikers and stuff and help take care of the sites and check on people and that kind of thing, so that's kind of cool seeing him. But yeah, we also got the shot of we think it's a rat or two that are living in this shelter. Nobody's ever seen a mouse that big before. That's going to be an interesting night. Having those guys crawl all around us. I'll see if I can get some more video of them, but it was kind of crazy seeing those guys. It's huge, size of a rat. It's got to be a rat. But oh, let's see. I'll try to get some more shots real quick of where I'm set up. It's a double-decker stone shelter. There's just a lot of people around, so I don't like filming around people, but I'll get some shots where I'm set up. Otherwise, I think I'm going to say goodnight. Had a good 20-mile day. Terrain wasn't too bad. Hopefully it just kind of continues, maybe a little bit of rockiness, but not too bad overall. And then I think we're going to try to hit up one of the general stores. Should be open by the time we get there. Just like 7 miles or something up the road from where we're at. And see if we can get some light resupply and some breakfast and whatnot up there maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
And that sucks. I guess maybe bringing them to a less busy area is better. I don't know.
I had heard that they brought them to
Good morning. We're up and out of the Black Rock Hut. It sprinkled rain just a little bit at like 5 a.m. and nothing else in the forecast, so I think that might be the only rain that we get all week. But there was a big group of people there. There was maybe a dozen or more, it feels like. It's definitely a lot of people get around the shelters when, especially the first day out of town. We might spread out a little bit more, but it seemed like the group that I'm around currently, they're all the types of people that would do, you know, 20 plus miles a day, so we may all just end up at the next shelter together. But starting out with a big hill climb. Well, big for the shanties, but not that bad at all, really. And in like 7.5 miles, we'll be stopping into the camp store at Loft Mountain Campgrounds, I think it is. So we'll get some, see what they got there, maybe some fresh foods, maybe some resupply. Definitely need some resupply because we're light on food at the moment. And the Ridge Runner that we camped with, good dude, he had some interesting stories to tell. Apparently there's kind of a schizophrenic woman on trail a day ahead of us carrying a machete. She's been reported multiple times, has a little bit of erratic behavior, but you know, cops and stuff have checked her out, park rangers have checked her out, but because she's never like violently threatened anybody with the machete, then they can't really do anything about it. So all they can do is warn us to avoid her, pretty much. So we'll keep an eye out for this individual. We're definitely all fogged in this morning. It's a good rocky hilltop. Man, this morning, some of the easiest terrain of the entire trail so far. I think if it's gonna be rocky at some point during the day, I'd rather have it be rocky and difficult in the morning when my legs are the freshest. I can handle it the easiest. But if the terrain's like this, like all day, dude, this would be a day where you could easily do 30 or 40 miles. You just keep going, 3+ miles an hour on average. Brown Gap. Something else I just remembered that the Ridge Runner told us back at the camp was that all the waysides are closed except for one. They're all closed for some kind of repairs or remodeling or something. The only one that's open is the Elk Wallow one, which is on the farthest north end of the park, which is the one that there's no way I can make it time based on my current schedule, so I was planning on skipping it. The one thing that's so important to get in the waysides is that that's where they do the famous blackberry milkshakes, which is like one of the most important morale booster things of the entire Shenandoahs is to get the milkshakes. So unless I drastically change my travel plans, there are 0 possibilities to get milkshakes, which really sucks. But all the camp stores are open, so I can get resupplies there. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think we've just about made it. This should be the side trail, which cuts up to the camp store. Let's go check it out.
I don't know, he took like, I don't know, he had like a certain style of photography and like...
Did he ask you?
No, I didn't really get to know him. I'm sure he might, if I actually...
Alright, we're back on trail. That was a good little rest break. I ended up staying there for like an hour and a half. That was half the group that was at the shelter last night was all there, so we were just kind of hanging out and chit-chatting and just having a nice break. Yeah, the store has just kind of basic amenities. It's kind of like your typical gas station quickie mart, but less stuff. So you could get like sodas or drinks. I had like an orange juice and an apple juice. You could get like the little tiny crappy fridge sandwiches and stuff. Everything's overpriced, of course, so you're gonna pay for it. But I got like, I don't know, I feel like I ate over 2,000 calories worth of stuff, so my belly's full, so that was just a good food break stop. And then the next, let's see, the next store is gonna be tomorrow at like noon. So the only extra resupply stuff that I got was just a few more candy bars. And I got one of those jumbo-sized muffins. And then like a turkey wrap thing. But I think I bought too much actually. Because I really only need like I've got dinner for tonight, it's gonna be freeze-dried. And I've got the bars and stuff to snack on throughout the day. Anyway. I got plenty of food. And now it's just like 14 miles from here till the shelter for tonight. We'll probably just go until we take another rest break at the next shelter coming up is like in 6 miles, I think. We'll just hike on until we get there, I think, and then take another break. I think we're going to be fogged in most of the day, I guess. It's keeping the temperature down, though. Feels like it's only, I don't know, 72 to 75 at the most. Let's see, Pinefield Hut 3.8, that's our next stop. It's like the first view all day. You see a little bit of Skyline Drive down there. Here's Ivy Creek Overlook with a view out to the east. Fishing regulations, okay, whatever. So this is the turnoff for the Pinefield Hut, just a little bit down here. I'm going to take a break here for a little bit. And we'll just rest our feet up and get fresh up on water. Pinefield. Upper decker on this one. We're done with our quick break at the Pinefield Hut. That was actually a decent looking little shelter. And from now on we only got 8 more miles left and plenty of time to get there. I think it's only like 1:40 or so. Plenty of time. Back on the AT. I don't know if there's any other major landmarks between here and there. Just some more road crossings across Skyline Drive probably. Maybe a couple more views. We'll see when we get there though. I think we've got like the rest of the day is kind of like an up, a down, an up, and a down, and then a little bit of an up, and then we're there. And the terrain's been pretty easy all day, just very gradual ups and downs, almost no rocks. If there was a day to do like a mountain marathon or 30+ miles, today would be the day. But I think I'm going to stick to my original plan just so I can hit the restaurants that I want to hit at the times I want to hit them, and the general stores and all that stuff too. And it also affects timing for getting into Harper's Ferry and stuff and other activities I got planned there, but we'll touch on that later. Well, well, well. Go 900. Awesome. This is the closest I've ever gotten to a deer before. Simmons Gap. I'm on the second uphill out of the Pinefield shelter, and this one is a lot steeper than what I thought. This one's definitely wearing me out. Gap. And now we're in like the last 3 miles to the final shelter for the night. All uphill. Most of it should be not too bad, but profile view, it looked like there were a couple of bits that were going to be kind of steep. Smith Roach Gap. Let's see. Hightop Mountain Hut is 1.4. Sweet. Still trudging along. Still going uphill. Alright, here's my turnoff for the Hightop Hut. This is gonna be home for the night. Just like a little .1 down here. Most of the people I was around today are pushing on and looking for a stealth site a couple of miles further up. So I don't know if there'll be many people here. I left camp kind of early this morning, and I haven't really seen many of the people that I was camping with pass me, so there could either be a whole bunch of people here that are just new from somewhere else, or I'm the first one to arrive. Nope, I definitely hear voices up here. Alright, I'm getting settled into the shelter nicely. I've already had my dinner. There's a little sign up there. Hightop Hut's where we're at. I'm tucked up in the top corner again.
The fire starter did not start, but something else.
Alright, I'm all settled in. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I was just looking at the plan for tomorrow coming up ahead. It's going to be a big 24-mile day and a couple of stops. So I spent an hour and a half at the camp store today. I can't afford that kind of time for tomorrow, so I got to keep moving. Just in and out at the next store. I'll probably get there by like noon maybe. I think it's a 12-hour hike tomorrow to get to the next camp store, and then I can get a resupply. I think that's going to be my last resupply option, so I need to get all the remaining time that I'm going to be in the park done tomorrow, food-wise. And then tomorrow for dinner time, I should be, timing should be good to get into the lodge. And they have a full restaurant there that's, in theory, it's open, so I should be able to get a full dinner for tomorrow night. That would be really cool. And then after that, it's like another 4-mile hike to get to the next hut, and then where I'll be sleeping. So that's going to be like a big 24-mile day, it looks like. But that'll be cool. There's enough, as long as the terrain and stuff looks good. I was looking ahead at it a little bit. It's nice, smooth ups and downs. So that should be doable. But I'm all settled in. I got dinner and everything's ready to go. They had the bear poles here again, so that was cool to use. That works out just fine. Got a little fire going. I'll just enjoy the rest of the evening, start editing some videos, and then we'll tackle the rest of the Shenandoah starting tomorrow. But that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.